Imagine a crowd filling St. Peter's Square. The Pope appears on the balcony, serious, raises his hand and declares, "I resign, it's over." The people find themselves paralyzed. Why would the leader of the Catholic Church, one of the largest institutions in the world, abandon everything like that? The truth is, the Catholic Church is in trouble. It's not just facing problems, it's staring down crises that threaten its very existence. Scandals have left wounds that haven't healed. Young people are drifting away, uninterested in what they see as an outdated institution. And even within the church, intense arguments rage. Some want to hold on to centuries-old traditions, while others demand change to keep up with the modern world. And yet, in the middle of this storm, one man has become a symbol of hope: Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. Known around the world as the Smiling Priest, he's more than just a friendly face. Cardinal Tagle wasn't born into power or privilege. His family was modest, but his home was filled with faith and love. From an early age, he was known for his kindness and his ability to make people feel heard. As he grew up, his deep sense of compassion turned into a calling. He wanted to serve, not from a high place, but shoulder to shoulder with the people around him. After years of studying and working hard, he became a priest and eventually a cardinal, but his humble spirit never changed. People love him not because of his title, but because he feels like one of them. Throughout his career, Tagle has always focused on making faith real and accessible. During Typhoon Haiyan, one of the most devastating storms in history, he wasn't sitting in an office. He was out in the disaster zones, comforting survivors, organizing help, and giving people hope when they felt like all was lost. And it's not just during disasters. He has dedicated his life to advocating for the poor, listening to the marginalized, and standing up for those who often face silence. People feel understood when he speaks, not lectured. But his work doesn't stop at the local level. Over time, he has become a global figure, traveling the world and spreading his message of love, service, and inclusion. He believes the church should adapt to the people it serves, embracing different cultures and traditions rather than imposing one way of doing things. But leading the Catholic Church isn't just about being kind and understanding. It's about facing some of the hardest challenges in the world. Right now, the church is struggling with its identity. On the one hand, the church finds its roots in centuries of tradition. On the other, it knows it must change to stay relevant. Tagle's gentle approach, while beloved by many, has also raised concerns. Some argue that Tagle's gentle approach is too soft for the tough politics of the Vatican, where power and hierarchy often shape decisions. Born in 1957 in Manila, Philippines, Tagle grew up in a modest, faith-filled household. This foundation of humility would define his approach to leadership. From his earliest days, he wasn't someone who demanded attention. Instead, he earned respect by being present, listening, and serving others. In 1982, he received his priestly ordination, initiating a ministry that prioritized people over power. His humility wasn't just a personality trait, it became his leadership style. When he was appointed Archbishop of Manila in 2011, he began his tenure with a simple but powerful declaration: "The mission is not mine, it is Christ's." Speaking this phrase during his first homily set the tone for his leadership style, not from a position of authority, but as a servant. Remember to join our community by subscribing to this channel. In 2012, Pope Benedict XVI elevated Tagle to the role of cardinal, making him one of the youngest at the time. This recognition wasn't just about his qualifications, it was about his ability to bridge divides. His work emphasizes that the Church serves the poor, marginalized, and forgotten, not just the rich or powerful. In his current role as prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, a position he's held since 2019, Tagle has expanded this mission to a global scale. Often called the Red Pope because of the role's immense influence, he oversees the Church's missionary efforts worldwide. But his approach isn't about imposing faith. It's about meeting people where they are. For example, in sub-Saharan Africa, he spearheaded efforts to integrate local cultures into Catholic worship, blending indigenous music with liturgical traditions. In India, he supported the use of traditional art forms to tell biblical stories. These aren't just symbolic gestures, they're profound acts of inclusion, showing that faith belongs to everyone, everywhere. In August 2024, Cardinal Tagle joined Pope Francis on a historic visit to Asia and Oceania. This trip wasn't just about formalities or speeches, it was about bringing the Church closer to people. He highlighted the role of small Christian communities, groups that often gather in homes or local spaces to share their faith and support one another. In March 2024, he was chosen by Pope Francis to represent him at the US Eucharistic Congress, a major event focused on the Eucharist, the bread and wine that Catholics believe becomes the body and blood of Christ during Mass. This isn't just a ritual. For Christians, the Eucharist is the center of their faith, a moment of deep connection with God. Tagle didn't just attend the Congress, he made it unforgettable. With his ability to connect with people on a personal level, he spoke passionately about why the Eucharist matters. He reminded everyone that the Eucharist isn't just something we receive at Mass, it's a call to live out God's love in the world. By representing Pope Francis, he brought the global Church closer to the participants. He encouraged them to see the Eucharist not as a private devotion, but as a communal act that unites Catholics across the world. As the Catholic Church moves forward, leaders like Cardinal Tagle play a crucial role in shaping its direction. Through events like the Apostolic Journeys and the Eucharistic Congress, he is not only representing the Church, but also showing how faith can inspire and unite people in a rapidly changing world. During a special celebration in Bibione, Italy, in August 2024, he delivered a powerful message about why these virtues are more important than ever. Mercy is about showing kindness and understanding, especially when it's difficult. It's not just a word. It's a way of living that can mend broken hearts, heal relationships, and bring people closer together. Cardinal Tagle used this moment in Bibione to remind everyone that the world is in desperate need of this kind of love. Forgiveness isn't always easy, but he explained why it's essential. When someone forgives, they let go of anger and resentment, making space for healing. The forgiver is also freed from pain by forgiving the offender. To make his message clear, he shared stories of mercy and forgiveness in action. He spoke about communities rebuilding trust after conflicts and families finding peace after years of misunderstandings. These examples weren't just inspiring. They showed that mercy and forgiveness aren't just ideas. They're things we can live out every day. He also encouraged people to extend mercy not only to others, but also to themselves. Everyone makes mistakes, and learning to forgive yourself is just as important as forgiving others. It's a step toward inner peace and a way to start fresh. His reflections come at a time when the world is facing many challenges: wars, social divisions, and personal struggles. He pointed out that mercy and forgiveness aren't just personal acts. They're tools that can help heal entire communities and even nations. By choosing reconciliation over revenge, people can create a ripple effect that spreads peace far and wide. Leadership often brings to mind authority, power, and control, but Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle offers a different vision, one rooted in humility, compassion, and service. His style of servant leadership is about putting others first, listening to their needs, and leading by example. In a time when the world is yearning for genuine and selfless leaders, Tagle's approach stands out as a model worth following. Servant leadership isn't about being at the top, it's about lifting others up. Leaders who adopt this approach focus on helping those they serve, creating an environment where people feel valued and supported. For him, this idea isn't new. It's something he has practiced his entire life, inspired by his faith and his belief that true leadership starts with humility. He often says that a leader's mission is not about themselves, but about the people they serve. He views leadership as an opportunity to guide, encourage, and empower others, not as a means of gaining prestige or recognition. One of the most striking aspects of Cardinal Tagle's leadership is his constant presence with the people he serves. Whether it's comforting victims after natural disasters or sitting down with families in small communities, his leadership happens not from a pedestal but at eye level. Servant leadership isn't just about being present, it's also about bringing people together. Tagle has a unique ability to connect with individuals from all walks of life, bridging divides across cultures, faiths, and generations. His open and approachable demeanor makes people feel seen and heard. Perhaps one of the most important aspects of servant leadership is its ability to inspire future leaders. Tagle has a special connection with young people, encouraging them to see themselves as active participants in the church and the world. At events like World Youth Day, his messages are filled with hope, challenging the younger generation to embrace their faith and make a difference in their communities. By showing what leadership rooted in service looks like, Tagle sets an example for others to follow. His approach reminds us that leadership isn't about titles or positions, it's about the impact you have on the lives of others. In February 2024, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle received one of the most prestigious honors in the world, the Legion of Honor of France. This distinction, the highest awarded by the French government, is reserved for individuals who have made extraordinary contributions to their field and to society at large. For Tagle, the award represents international recognition of his tireless efforts to promote faith, compassion, and unity in a divided world. Napoleon Bonaparte established the Legion of Honor, also known as the Légion d'honneur, in 1802. Over the centuries, it has become a symbol of excellence, awarded to people from all walks of life who have significantly impacted their communities, their countries, or the world. Past recipients have included scientists, artists, political leaders, and religious figures. Are you enjoying the story? Support our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Receiving this distinction places him in remarkable company, and it underscores the global impact of his work. He has dedicated his life to serving others. As one of the most influential figures in the Catholic Church, his leadership has extended far beyond the walls of cathedrals and chapels. He has worked to address some of the world's most pressing issues, from poverty and inequality to migration and interfaith dialogue. One of Tagle's most celebrated efforts has been his role as president of Caritas Internationalis, a global Catholic organization that supports the poor and vulnerable. Under his leadership, Caritas has launched initiatives to provide aid to refugees, support communities devastated by natural disasters, and promote sustainable development in regions facing economic hardship. His hands-on approach, visiting communities, listening to their needs, and amplifying their voices, has brought tangible change to countless lives. Another key area of his work is his commitment to inclusivity and dialogue. In an increasingly polarized world, he has been a bridge builder, fostering understanding and cooperation between people of different cultures, religions, and backgrounds. As he continues his mission, this international recognition serves as both a celebration of his past achievements and a call to continue his vital work. Cardinal Tagle reminds us all that true leadership is not about power or prestige. It's about serving others and creating a world where everyone has the chance to thrive. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle brings faith to life through his weekly YouTube program, The Word Exposed. As the show's host, Tagle provides reflections on biblical readings, breaking down complex theological ideas into practical lessons that resonate with people of all backgrounds. His warm and engaging approach makes the teachings of the Catholic faith accessible and relevant to everyday life. The Catholic Church stands at a crossroads, facing challenges that test its relevance and unity in an ever-changing world. Cardinal Tagle's leadership represents a beacon of possibility, a vision of a church that listens, adapts, and embraces diversity while staying true to its core values. Through his advocacy for mercy, his commitment to the marginalized, and his global perspective, Teagle has shown what is possible when leadership is rooted in service. His approach has breathed life into the Church's mission, reminding people that faith is not confined to rituals or institutions. It is alive in acts of kindness, justice, and love. His work demonstrates that one leader's actions can create ripples of change far beyond their immediate reach. His efforts in promoting inclusivity, addressing global issues, and building bridges between faiths serve as a reminder that compassion is a universal language. By focusing on the needs of others, he has inspired countless individuals to reflect on their own roles in fostering understanding and harmony. The world today faces unprecedented challenges: social inequality, environmental crises, and growing polarization among people. His story is a call to action for everyone, regardless of faith or background. It invites us to lead not from positions of authority, but from a place of empathy and service. His life reminds us that real change begins with simple acts: listening to those in need, lifting up the vulnerable, and standing together in solidarity. Leadership isn't about commanding, it's about serving. And in serving others, we find the strength to create lasting change. If you are enjoying this video, consider supporting the program by sending a super thanks. By contributing, you're helping to keep these inspiring messages going, reaching more people and spreading faith and hope across the globe. As the Church continues to navigate its path forward, Cardinal Teagle's vision provides a powerful guide. Whether addressing the faithful in a small parish or representing the Church on the global stage, he carries a message of hope that transcends borders. But his journey is far from over. In fact, it's a reminder that the work of building a better world is ongoing. It requires patience, courage, and an unwavering belief in the goodness of humanity. In the end, Cardinal Teagle's legacy will not be measured by awards or accolades, but by the lives he has touched and the seeds of change he has planted. He represents a church that is alive and connected to the world, a leader who doesn't just preach love, but lives it. And so the story of Cardinal Teagle is not just his, it's ours to continue. His work reminds us that even the smallest gestures of kindness can ripple outward, shaping a future where everyone has a place at the table. Thanks for watching. Join our community by subscribing to this channel until the next video.